This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me, my mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
What's the deal, gang? What goes on? How we doing? We survived the inauguration, the election, the inauguration, Jesus' birthday. We survived a lot of things over the last month. Damn. W, how's everybody doing?
Doing great, Wix. Just got to hop on here and say, bro, legendary speech, man. Yeah, I got goosebumps. I am pumped. I'm telling you, like even Jay Good is saying, "Are you not motivated?" Like in Gladiator, "Are you not?" And then you say motivated instead. Bro, that was insane. Awesome. I love that shit. That was fucking great. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Glad. Hope it hypes you up for the day. You can hear the zoomies now. Yeah, we fixed it. We worked on it. But zoomies can't hear the music. But you guys can hear the zoomies. So that's going to be the next thing we're going to work on. Interesting day today. Kind of clear for us. Clear for takeoff for us. We got a 30 that closed. The previous 30 that closed as a leg handle. So I'm not surprised this is coming back. But you do have another 30 closure here in 3 minutes. And if we could draw up some levels, maybe we could take advantage of it. What did the daily do? Wow. Big range created on the daily here. I think this is going to pump up a bit higher. Let's go to 45 here. That seems like a solid level. You have a couple of supports now turned into a resistance where they meet. The meet. Pretty good level right there. All right, so like a 200 pip range, and the smaller range is about 100 pips. So let's see how we close here on the 30. This whether it closes bullish or bearish, this wick here is still a range that it created. Doesn't matter what color this wick is, but it's still a range that it created. Oh wait, let me put everybody up here. News CPI? No, there's no news. That's CAD news. There's no US news this morning. Well, except for Bob Trump back in office. Okay. Can do a spot analysis. Let's first finish up with what we got going on for futures here, and then we'll see what's going on spot. It's the same thing. Not too happy with this level, the way we're looking right now. 15's come up, made a top wick, holding the support. Yeah, we are most likely going to end up waiting on the hourly closure here. Let's just see how it prints here first. Actually, this isn't too bad. Let's see. Oh, it already came up here. So if this gives you a bottom wick, it might be a really small bottom wick. If it doesn't give you a bottom wick and continues driving, then that's it. 12. Yeah, you need a heavier level. This volume, but it's printing back into a range. It's not like it's driving out of a range. It's printing back into a range. Yeah, I would have preferred this area here if we were to get bottom wicks to here, but now that we flip, I hope this keeps driving and driving and driving, so we have a really strong closure for the next candle. I mean, I guess you could have looked at it as a bottom wick from these areas. Yeah, it's the extent of my mouse giving. Hold on, where's my annotations? Okay. Maybe this wick It should come back up to here, maybe this level. But ideally, I mean, this is the level we drive up from. I guess we can say this candle right here wicked down to this area, so it wasn't coming back there. It already tapped that area. Makes sense. Yeah, this is probably a decent entry. Just needed to do more analysis on that spot. Right, you have your previous resistance. Wicks running into here, support form, wicks running into here, closure, wicking into here. Yeah, we probably could have traded this. Doesn't look amazingly clear, incredibly clear, because the way I see it, it's pumping back into a range. When it's pumping back into a range, I'd like a higher time frame closure, and I'd like a wick off a higher time frame support resistance. Should be these areas right here, 36, not at 38. Might still get there for the hourly and then take that, so we'll see. This 4-hour candle printing side by side with the previous 4-hour candle. You're not really pushing, you've just pushed back into the range. There's really not much of an advantage here. This did give you 20 pips though, because the ranges are massive, but it's not the drive. Zoom gang, gotcha. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna need more candles to print here. Need this to get out of here. Today looks like a tricky day. Yes and no. I mean, honestly, it's the same shit every single day. I do the same thing over and over and over. A little thrown off by the fact that this previous 30 was a leg candle and we didn't get any kind of bottom wick here. So what happens is the hourly still doesn't have that bottom wick, right? Not that it needs one now specifically, because we are driving off a higher time frame support. But when the 15 over in the 30 closes as a leg candle, you would expect the next candle to come down and break the low. If it doesn't, now we could start basing our analysis off that. So I guess we could have recognized that and looked for these areas. It's just too arbitrary. Damn, look at this election right here. Inauguration right here. Drop, pull back up, another drop. Yesterday was a funny day. Keeping up with structure. You see we're making lower highs, lower lows. I mean, I'm sorry, higher highs, higher lows. So, holding structure here. Let's see what this current candle does. Also, if we're going to mirror the drive up, right? Let's see what we're mirroring here. And this is what it looks like to me as we're driving off this area. Tap here, here. Right, came back down here, and then off of here, you had the big push. So, big push came off of here. What do you want now? You either want this candle to pull back to this area, or not specifically this candle, you want price to pull back to this area and look for supports made here, or you're looking for a strong 4-hour closure on futures at 10, then you're looking for a bottom wick to this area on the next candle, or you're waiting for this 1 hour to push through up here. And once that happens, right, once this candle's up here, we will look for bottom wick entries roughly off these areas. See, if once we get up there, the wick right here, these wicks right here. If I go on the smaller time frame, there's a closure in here also. Closure, I mean a support found over there. So that's the areas we would look for once we start breaking above, or we're gonna ask for a really steep wick or for a bottom wick on the next candle, or steep top wick here. Yep, Papa T back in office. Can you go to 2:30 a.m. New York? It's in London session on spot gold. I took a loss on that 1 hour candle. Close above the range, and next on no top wick. Probably a level there. Back. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. You did close below resistance. How much room do you... But you only have 5 pips. Yeah, you have 5 pips into that resistance. You're right at it. I mean, maybe if you close down here and you had that long wick to fill, you'd have a much better entry. But even then, I don't see an entry that would have came back. Not even to original price, but like if we look at pineapples, right? 1, 2. Yeah, I think that's a loss you got to take on. Yeah, that's a big drop. From what I can see, I would probably be looking at this on the hourly, on the 30. And I don't know how the candle printed, right? I can't go into the like below the 1 minute, but maybe if you took your pineapple here, right? If you had an entry there, pineapple here, price 731, 30.5. I mean, yeah, it was possible to make some money out of there, but this wasn't the drive. This was the rejection. You got caught in the rejection. Would have to go back all the way back there on the 5 and look at levels. That's tough. I see why you took it. I traded that. I won, had 1 entry, 1 pineapple, didn't wait for flip because of how it was printing. Yeah, once you start closing bearish on a smaller time frame and printing structure in the other direction, you got to start locking in for risk management. All right, so the 30s flip bearish. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a really difficult position you put yourself in there. Next time, wait for that closure outside the range, or make sure it leaves you more range to fill instead of just 5 pips, I guess. But I can see why you took it. Like, it's easy to draw your level like a bit higher, a bit lower in that case. Let's get away from this sideways sprinting, and once we're out of this sideways movement, we will look for positions. The way the 4-hour sprinted here, you might see a really steep 4-hour wick. Pretty much fill the previous 4-hour body here. That's in about an hour and a half. What does spot gold 4-hour look like? You might have been too early here on, what time was this? Was 2 o'clock London session? I just don't know. So I waited for New York after the inauguration, because like, I want everything settled down and I want the markets to start reacting to Trump's presidency. Zoom door, gotcha. There we go, now we're pushing it. Looks like waiting for New York. When New York is open, NYC open is in 45 minutes. 46. Apparently they asked him not to sign all of these in a day. He said, fucking hell yeah. Get to work. I like it. That means he's setting everybody up for the mentality of like, nah, we got shit to do. There's no rest. We won. That doesn't mean we celebrate. That means we get to work. He's just winding everybody up mentally. Yeah, like his whole team, he's just trying to set an example, I guess, for how things are going to be run these 4 years. Biden could never. Biden would have had his jello by like 3 p.m. and straight to bed. He didn't mean it. He literally said, "My heart goes out to you guys." He's just so weird in the way he moves. He's so awkward that, like, that's what it looked like. Will Barron Trump enter into politics? Well, either that or the NBA. Boy's like fucking 7 feet tall. The hourly flip incoming. Yep. It's cringe. The guy doesn't have stage experience. Yeah, but he's got all other sorts of experience, right? That's why I don't really I don't blame him for anything. He's just awkward in the way he moves and speaks, but his mind works completely different. You need people like that to innovate, right? When people whose minds approach problems a bit differently, you need those people to bring on innovation, right? He's an absolute freaking genius when it comes to business. Yeah, he's not a public speaker, but like, hey, give him credit for that too. Seen Zuck in a coconut? No, Zuck is also another weird one. Like, why does he talk like that? He's also like, he talks like he's not human. Like, I think both Elon and Zuck are both aliens, just different races of aliens. And they both know that the other one's an alien too. It's because he's got Asperger's. Asperger's. Too many memes from yesterday. They talk like they're glitching. Yes, yes, bro, exactly. They talk like they're caught in the Matrix. Like, they're definitely glitching. No, I was saying they're both stuck in a range. Spot gold and futures, right? Spots in a range. Futures in a range, just a different range. How's the weather? It's shitty weather. It's pouring rain outside. It's dark as hell, which means it's perfect. I've kind of been asking for this weather. I'm so tired of just the sun beaming right at me every single morning. Sometimes you want a little gloom. Sometimes you want a little dark mode, right? In the middle of the day. Who doesn't want to run a day in dark mode once in a while? No, 95% of the time I walk out and the sun is beaming. You can't breathe outside. It's middle of the winter. You walk out and you're sweating buckets wearing nothing. No, sometimes we need dark mode in the daytime. Come to the UK, see if you prefer gloom. I've been to the UK. I've been to London. I spent 2 weeks in London and it rained the entire 2 weeks. The sun did not come out once. Middle of July. Literally, I showed up. I was there for 2 weeks, and not a single day was it sunny. It rained the entire 2 weeks. Jon Stewart from Daily Show already started making fun of Trump on his show. Presidents and leaders in general should not be mocked. What kind of entertainment allows you to mock your leader? They got this weird shit in America. It's called freedom of speech. Yeah, I don't get it either, but like, you know, it's a very steep slope if you want to go there, right? And start telling people that they can't discuss others. Very slippery slope. Say steep slope? Yeah, I meant slippery slope. Because where does that stop? Where does that like a free speech should have limitations? Yes and no. There are limitations to free speech, like when it I don't know all the limitations. I was gonna say when you have a platform, right? There's certain limitations. There's certain things you can't talk about. Some things might be considered conflict of interest. Some things might be considered as insider information. But if you're sharing your opinion on how somebody is doing, I think you should be free to do so. Like, I might not agree with what you say, right? But I'll fight like hell for your right to say it. Because I want to have that same right to be able to say whatever the hell I want. On the other hand, I don't like the fact that they're already trying to get in Trump's way after constant messages of unity for weeks, right? And they're like, oh, I guess they learned nothing from last time he was president. But yeah, I'm fine with all the jokes and whatever anybody wants to say. I think for the most part, people aren't that dumb and they can see through the bullshit.
Help me move this around.
Excuse me.
No. Oh, take that side so it doesn't scrape the floor.
Hey, we hear you.
Yeah.
4 minutes for the hourly. Yo, this fucking mouse is just skipping. Look at the last 3 15-minute candles. Yeah, there's nothing off the rip of this candle. He said force mute is crazy. You should consider the Apple trackpad. No, I'm just gonna go get a new mouse. This fucking Walmart register mouse. Shit don't work. Not all that weird shit about exist. Yeah, I'm so happy I don't have to fucking scroll through the drop down of genders anymore. Remember that shit? You'd have a drop down of genders, and you'd be like, it'd be like selecting a country you're from. Be like, yo, how do I get to be looking U.S. like 200 genders. I identify as a king. Bitch, get me my horse and carriage. The Lion King. Mufasa, bitch. Let's go. Chop, chop. Mufasa, Mufasa. Are we gonna flip here on the hourly? 1 minute, minute and a half. Yeah, there's a whole culture like outside the US of people like dressing up as animals and just walking around the streets like animals. What do they call it? They call it quad robbing or something like that. Quad robot, quad rob, something like that. Quad robbing. Yeah, where people just dress up. It's something like that. People just be dressing up as animals and like skipping as them in the parks and shit. Eating dog food, barking. Yeah, it's a whole freaking culture. The furries, is that what they call them here? I know in Europe it's like a whole nother other thing. Yeah, like you walk down the street, they walk into a store and bark at you. Like, what the fuck? Bro, where somebody comes into my store and starts barking. Somebody put him on a leash outside. Wow, the hourly closed doji. 30 closed bearish. On that held most recent resistance on the 4-hour. On spot gold. Yeah, honestly, no matter how you spin this, I'm not taking a position here. Yeah, Look at that. Look at that shampoo play happening. Start breaking below these areas, you're good to go down. It's a range 2 breakout. You need to see some closures back there, right? So for your purposes, right now you had the 4-hour that held resistance. It closed bullish, but it still held resistance. So key for spot gold is to get a closure like this. Once you start seeing this, you could start looking for sells on top books here. Ideally off these levels to finish out the range. Coughing. I think it's because I keep coughing because I think it's because I haven't smoked this morning. I think if I just smoke, it'll get rid of the cough. Too much THC? I don't know. No, I haven't smoked. I've been smoking this little vape here. It sucks. All right, let's get back to our candles here. Could we possibly look at a sell shortly? It could happen. Yeah, we're going to need to see a rejection here. We're going to have to break these lows too. 27.29. 27.29, yeah. Dandies at the Congo, these dudes that live in extreme poverty but save all they can, but really buy really expensive clothes in the middle of garbage living. Wait, you know who had a show on that? You ever seen Trafficked by Mariana Van Zellner? I think she had a show on. She had an episode on that. Trafficked. Pretty sure they had an episode on that. Yeah, if you go back to the first season of that show, I think one of the last episodes was about that. New to Zoom. I love how the chart is so much clearer for the phone than YouTube. Where on Zoom? I'm confused. Hold on a sec. These dudes live in the middle of garbage and wear really expensive Gucci shoes. That's like living in the ghetto, but driving like a 7 Series Beamer, right? If you live in the projects, but you drive a Maybach on 24s, we got a name for that too. I just can't say it on stream. Yo, I rolled a J right before the stream. Wow. Oh, right here. I give you a pass. Did you see the latest Drewski shit? The auditions, the NOLA auditions. There's two white boys and a black kid coming in, and the black kid's like, "Oh, they got the pass. I gave him the pass." And the white boy's like, "What up, my ninja?" And Drewski's like, "All right, get him the fuck out of it." Drewski's funny. He blew up real quick too. Ever since COVID. No, did you know who Drewski was at COVID? No, he just last 3-4 years blew up. Wow. Come on, go. Don't range too much. What is going on? Gang, where's everybody? Are people afraid to trade? Because it's Trump's in office? What's going on? $300 of you could not have blown your accounts over the weekend. Where's the other half of the stream? Literally half the people here. Is there a chance you come back to Forex one day? Maybe. Half of them are still in Tanya. Her trade, I think, in some drawdown. Yeah. Tank your trades is... I think she's just trying to be more relatable. I think she's just like, well, people are losing. Maybe I take a loss too. Just be more relatable with some else. Tanya who? That's what I'm saying. You said Trump will bring volume to the market. Did he not? Let's look at the daily range. Let's look at just today's candle. Our day is barely halfway through. It's actually exactly halfway through. We've already moved 400 pips. And not just in one direction. We've moved 400 pips up, 400 pips down, and then back up another 200. Oh, she's not live. What do you mean? I'm looking right now. I bet she ain't live. She's scheduled for 9:15 a.m. I was about to pull her up here on stream. No, she's not. My daily candle is dodgy. Okay. Probably mean doji. Dodgy Durangi. Your feed is totally different these days. In what sense? Your chart, looking at it. Yep. That seems fine to me. Damn, Warrior, what is that? Hip hop Tourette's? That's the new illness. Got that double HP, double HT. Hip hop Tourette's. Shilling the mixtape in the chat. Yeah, that's wild. With the economy worse than before Trump's tenure, we still believe we're gonna get the moves like past. Yeah, we're gonna get some pretty strong moves. Speaking about refresh rates and book depth on your Insta, it sounded so much like Ted. Shout out to Ted. One day, one day. Sometimes I lay under the moon, thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. All right, I'm gonna stop. $15 closed here, looking like ass and feet. This so far has been our session. Lovely. Lovely here. This has been our session. Akon so nice. No, that was Madisyahu. Madisyahu. Future look different than your past. In the presence of the man, you better breathe. Pushing it. Okay, this 15 might be key. NYC open is on the next 15-minute candle. If this 15 can give us some volume and some range on the closure, we will be in positions. What I missed, just drop my son. Oh, drop my son off. Off. Just dropped my son. Pick him up. Just tossed my son. Just fuck. Spot broke 30-minute highs. No way, Jose. No way, Jason. Yeah, coming up here. Why am I behind you like candle-wise? Are you on futures? Are you on futures? Yes, futures. So then you need to pay for data. You got to pay for data, right? Because you're about 10 minutes behind. Your closure is probably showing 21 minutes from now on a 30. So if you're trading futures, you need to pay for data in order to get live charts on TradingView. Because this feed comes from Comex, right? This is a centralized feed, so for this data, so you got to pay Comex for their feed for access to this. We will break out of here. It's only a matter of time till we break out. Break out. We're leaving runners now? Well, I need to be in a trade first. Once we're in trades, then we'll think about runners. Most props include the data, yeah, but I think you gotta, depending on what you're trading, if you also want to see it here with us on TradingView, right? Because I pay for 2 sets of data. I pay for the MT5 data and for TradingView. But I need it for TradingView because that's where I chart on, right? So in order for me to stream and everything be live, I gotta pay for TradingView. Can you switch your camera on Zoom? My camera's taken up either by YouTube, I mean by my OBS, or by the Zoom. Can't have it on both. Unless I just don't know how to do it. I mean after the Trump inauguration. It's a hard word for most people to say. I didn't know it was hard to type too. It's MT5 data. It's like $10 a month or like 7 or 12. I don't remember. Something like that. It wasn't. It's very cheap. It's not about the account. It's about data. Is your access to the market to see what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's a live account or demo account. Just for you to be able to see the actual live info. Shit make me want to smoke. True. Very true. Which means I'm back. I'm back. Oh wow, it's chilly outside too. I thought it was just raining and warm. No. Yo, fucking Canadians again, man. These snowbirds, every time they come over here, bring this fucking weather with them. We're full. Florida's not accepting any more people. We are fucking full. Wow. TD Trades is on for less than 10 minutes with 1.1K watching. That's wild. I'm gonna get myself some titties off Temu. Yep. Some Amazon Prime boobs. Bullshit. Bullshit. She also turns it to sub-only mode, and it goes to 5K. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking wild. If Trump's inauguration is believed to be good for the American economy, wouldn't it technically cause gold to drop? But that doesn't mean it's just only going to drop. It's going to move. Market doesn't move in straight lines, and Trump is not the be-all, end-all. Trump is a massive catalyst, but he's not the determining factor for the market. When somebody tells you gold should do something or any instrument should do something, take it with a grain of salt, because yeah, it should do something, but when? Right? Because we know what, right? We know what's moving, and for the most part, we know where it's going. But when is it going to do that? If you knew the when, you would be ahead of all the traders, ahead of everybody. Damn, that was chilly in there. I'm going to need some heat. Rubio sworn in as Trump kickstarts new era. Awesome. Yeah, volume helps with price action. Mi scuze. Wind chill is minus 30. Then it's minus 30. People at the Zoom door, come on in. I think we spoke about this earlier when we had to come back down for support. Remember, how did we come up? If we were looking for a mirror, right? These areas to here, that wick, this here. No, thank you, not right now. Not right now. I don't feel great. Thank you. Later, I'll drink it later. See, when we came back, held support here, came back, found support there. Now it's driving. Can we expect to see the same thing here? There was no indication of entry when it moved here. There was nowhere to enter here. So I want to see if this time around it gives us an entry. Or are we gonna hold the daily structure and continue down? I don't know. We'll see right now. From the looks of it, we should be heading up based on the higher time frame. NYC open here in 30 seconds. Alright, how many pips is this? 15. Alright, chat, I'm gonna take a buy right here, right as we tap 41.4. Just took a buy there. Expectation is to fill the range to 46 areas, and it's NYC open, so I'm expecting some bullish volume. All right, closing. Oof, that pulled right back. I was gonna say closing half my position right there. Closed half my position. So 10 pips in the bag. Moving stops to break even, making this a risk-free trade. Let's see if we can pull up here a bit. So closed only 10 pips. There's no more stops are to break even. And I'm gonna close. Yeah. Fuck, we might come back to entry. I didn't close full. I wanted another rebreak of the highs. Yeah, this might make a steeper bottom wick. Let's see what happens. Once we get back to the highs, I'll probably close full. I want a rebreak of the highs. But from the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna make a steeper bottom wick. There was no need to come back there. It was filling the wick and then it stopped mid wick. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see right now. Let's see what happens. Pull up. 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 Yeah. We got a great entry, right? Tip of the wick for now, so we don't have like, and we have volume, right? That's what I move stops to be. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna close full right there. W as we filled that wick. Congratulations, WWW. The total made on that trade was 26 pips. 26 pips. Sniper entry, no drawdown, bottom of the range. Move stops to break even. Risk-free trade. House money, filled the wick, closed the trade, 26 pips, W, win number 81 in a row. We closed up here when we filled it. W, 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 W. W, 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 W. No, it's going to make that bottom wick. We sniped the shit out of that one. Nice. Buys for 26 pips. Look at that. It's already up there. From last week we had one also. That's from Friday. Those are Friday's results. All right. Win number 395. That's 81 straight. And we can get rid of this area now. Wait, would we have been stopped out if we closed? Hold on, let me go back. I want to see if the price ever came back there. Oh, yeah. Price dumped here would have stopped us out if we didn't close up here. I closed up there. Nice, nice. Good closure, good entry. We've played the range lovely. We've played it perfectly to the T. Now can create more range. It's NYC open. There should be more volume. This should be driving. I'm guessing we just grabbed orders to drive further. If not, we'll start driving back down in range. Let's see what happens. On to the next one. Check spot. It did flip. Gave you 17 pips. The spot levels are so far because we haven't been here in so long. Oh yeah, I would have bought right there, right at these wicks, right there. First time it came down there, 27.30. So let's get back to where we are right now. Oh, wait, 27.30 is above price. So this came down to 27.29.2. Let's mark that off. What level is here? Besides the most recent, you need a support. Well, if you spent some time mapping these out, you would have taken that trade as well. Yes, clear support runs across here, wicks right into it where you have closures. I spoke about this before. You have wicks into closures. Right, there's closures here, and there's wicks into those closures. Drive off. That's a strong level. You should have had entries here, 29.4, right there of these areas. And then have another level down here. Yeah, all these are 29.4, 27.7, all possible entries. So as it's happening, yeah, you could have been in here at 29.4. Closure above the most recent. You got 15 pips to fill on the wick, and it gave you a 15 pip bottom wick. You got roughly 30 pips of range to play with. Yeah, it's NYC open, right? You're expecting volume to continue with structure. You don't expect a rejection here. Well, until you fill the wick. Until you fill the previous wick, you don't really expect a rejection. Especially if you started off with a bottom wick. After you came to this level, you found a higher time frame support, you're right back at that area, and you came back here with a wick, came down, grabbed more orders, came up. So on the smaller time frame and the higher time frame, you've created a pullback, and you're continuing with structure. Now you're breaking above the highs and the most recent highs, and you have range and it's volume time, and you have volume because you had a closure outside the range. So yeah, all these things line up. You're looking at that entry at 29.4, which is exactly what we did, except our analysis was a bit different because of futures, right? Oh, look at that, it's running. So perfect entry. Yeah, 40 pips right now. We got 26 out of it. Amazing. Amazing. That's why we wait. It'll give us more opportunity. The hourly will close and we'll have more chances, right? Look at this. It's finally pushing up above everything. Well, above everything would be here, but above the most recent. So let's have this drive up, right? And what's the funny thing? The funny thing is, the cool thing is, if this drives up, this kind of becomes irrelevant for us. These levels, they don't matter as much. What's going to matter is how far this drives, the top wick that it creates. We're going to play the range of this top wick, not the range that exists, right? We're going to play the most recent range because we're driving with volume, with momentum, with direction. Whatever range this leaves, it's going to get filled. So that's the key here. We're going to look for this candle, the relationship between this candle and the next candle. That's the key. Got a mosquito bite on my toe. That's the worst because you can't really scratch a toe and get rid of the mosquito bite. I discovered how to get rid of the itchiness when you get mosquito bites. You know what I do? I put boiling hot water on and I just put the mosquito bite in it. Like yesterday I got bit on my elbow. I just put the shit into boiling hot water. And in like 5 minutes, that whole thing went away. Third degree burns work. Yeah, I traded some some burns for some bites. You just closed? Amazing. Great job. I would not have been able to hold that because it came back to my entry. So we would have hit BE. But I do agree, good trade. We saw no drawdown. We made it house money very quickly, right? We took risk off the table very quickly. Did you guys not go break even or it never got back to your entry? Did you get a more optimal entry or, oh, you guys are, wait, you're on spot. You're on spot. So hold on, let's go to spot gold here. That's why. So would I look for something on the 15? Yes and no. The 15 is really going to have to pump here. It's going to have to pump and it's going to have to pull back, and which is what it's doing right now. Let's lock in here. Hold on. This is a steep candle. This is a 70 pip candle, 67 pips. Chat, lock in here. I want a bigger pullback. I want maybe another 2-3 pips. I want to see this support 47 here. Can we pull back to there? And I'll look for entries before it starts coming back up. But this area right here, which falls in line with the SWIG. I was trying to see if the 1 minute can pull back to that area really quickly, or if, see this 1 minute right here as it was pulling back. How much more do we have to go? Yeah, 2 pips. It was another 2 pips. Now it should push. You want the initial pullback. If you don't get it, wait for it on the 15.5. Now I can't take it because it already pulled back. Right, you want the initial pullback. You want the initial fill of the range. This is a good entry here too. Let's see how we close. Let's see how this candle closes. This is a nice area for entry though. I just wish this was a bottom wick on the next candle. Because now if we close like this, the bottom wick of the next candle can come down even further. Or it might refill. There's 90 seconds here. 90 seconds here for this 15. For the 5. Wow, look at that 5. It looks like it's gonna close a light candle. 1 minute left. It's gonna fill the whole thing. Yeah. That's what we were talking about. That's exactly where it got down to. Let's look at the 1. Yeah. A lot of volume. It doesn't even wait for higher time frame closures, right? Lots of volume. Boom, tapped it all within the same candle. That's something that's much easier to recognize for me if it was on a sell. I don't know, for some reason the sells just, I'm able to spot that way better than this, than the buys. 20 seconds here for this 15. We need a top wick. We need the next candle to open up with a bottom wick. Well, not really a top wick, 3 pips, and we opened up with a top wick. So, wait, I wait. This was amazing off the 1 minute. No top wick. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we should have recognized it once it pulled back to here. A lot of volume. We'll get into the groove of Trump things. Do a poll. How many people are doing spot and futures on stream? I think we did a poll before. It was roughly 50-50. It's probably going to pull back before it drives. What do you think it's doing right now? It's already driving. It's been driving. So it drives further. It already pulled back. That one. Look at this. Grabbed orders. So we'll see. If it opened with a bottom wick and tap 27.31. Oh yeah, you're on spot. Look at this hourly candle. Look at our 4-hour candle. If this 4-hour closes with no top wick, it's gonna get really tough. Because technically this 4-hour candle is a range, and now when that wick starts coming down, you have all of this for a possible bottom wick down to 32 areas, 200 pips worth of a bottom wick, possible bottom wick. Be patient here. The further this drives, the better it is for us. The steeper the top wick on this candle, the better it is for us. And you will see a steep top wick. If there is a top wick, it should be pretty steep. A lot of time left. Why are you trading now on futures? Because my spot gold broker told me they don't accept US clients anymore, and I had to take my talents to futures. Are we gonna get this top wick? I gotta do that right before we close. Put it to my earphones. Get some headphones. As long as this candle leaves us some range to fill to the upside, we should be in on the next candle. Must admit, I only come here for the sound effects. W. W. And for the intro. The sound effects and the intro. The only reasons I'm here, right? Signals based on futures. Yeah, I trade futures. So yeah. How much is your win rate compared to 2 to 3 years back? I think in the last 2 years, we're like 300 wins and like 15 losses in the last 2 years. Majority of those 52 losses came in like the first year and a half, 2 years. I don't know, go back to a stream from roughly 2 years ago and look at my record and then come back and tell me what day it was and what was the record on that day. Eight minutes here. 8 minutes for this candle to close. Be patient. Let this drive. Let it pull back. Let's see the closure. Let's see the opening of the next candle. as we're pushing, well, give me a minute, chat. I'll be back in a minute. Oof. I wonder what the wind chill is here. With the wind zest, because it's feeling zesty outside. You know what I haven't had in a while? Burger King. They got that zesty sauce. That's what I'm getting today. I'm going to Burger King. I'm getting Whopper, Whopper, Junior Whopper. Nah, I'm gonna get myself like a triple Whopper with triple cheese. Please stack it. I'm gonna get myself a stacked Whopper. I'm gonna get some zesty sauce too. Get me that char grilled, open flame Whopper. And throw on some zestiness in that bitch. KFC, kitchen fried chicken. Is this the sponsored bit? No. If we were sponsored by Burger King, I'd be running the stream in the King outfit. The Burger King. KFC's the chicken to eat? No, you know what I'm locked in on today? What, Ronald McDonald? That's a good outfit. I'm locked in on some Wingstop today. Yeah, I'm doing Wingstop. Anybody else? All right, 5 minutes. If we get a top wick, let's start planning out our entries. Which means we were looking for areas of support. If we look historically, this was a good area. Came up from here. Came up from here. As we were riding up. This was a good entry. Came up from there. I hope we close below that area though. Wow. Wow, Weewa. Come on, gold. What are you doing? Too far. Pulley-bacula. Pulley-bacula. Let's go. Damn. Where you going? This shit is just... Okay. Gold. Cool. Let's look at this 4-hour candle. What the fuck? This is a 273 pip candle right now. It looks like it's on point with your analyzation. What? Oh, analyze it. All right, bro. Analyzation. Analyzation. Well, I hope you don't get analyzed. Damn, dog. No Diddy chat. Word. Word. No Diddy chat.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. 1 minute. 1 minute to go. This isn't a great place to close across the board. Look at this. Last time we closed here, top wick, drive down. Be careful here. You might, I mean, the way we're driving, it might be a small bottom wick, right? Every time you hit this level, you're supposed to break through it, and it did fill all the way up to here, so there's range to go. But damn. Close below, right at it actually. And the first thing we're doing is making a top wick. This is a little difficult. But it's also a 4-hour closure. And it closed above the most recent. Wow. 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 Look at this daily. Where are we going? 70 coming right up. 25.70. There's no wick on spot gold on the hourly. Yeah, that's ugly. And the first thing you did was make a top wick. This can flip bearish and just plummet back in range. Which is the same thing that I can say for here, because if this flips bearish, look at the last time you did this here. Or time before last. Close your top wick. You made a top wick on the next candle and just never look back. You've made a top wick. Now we need more candles. If we're gonna look for more positions, we need more candles to print. Or I need more candles to print. There's no we. This stream is for educational purposes only. This here is supposed to educate you, and you are supposed to trade at your own risk. This is... Do not try this at home. This is a professional on a closed course, all right? You know how they say that when they do the car commercials? professional on a closed course. I'm like, bitch, I see cars next to him. Knock, knock, I got you. I'll take questions from Signal channel after stream if you guys are. I see a whole lot of conversation in the Signal channel. So I'll join that discussion after stream. People at the Zoom door, yeah, just let them in. There's the bearish flip that we just discussed after a top wick. That doesn't mean we're gonna head down, right? We anticipated the flip, but we're gonna need to see closures, right? It could head down. That's what it did historically here, right? Last time we had that closure there. And if you're looking at spot gold, you had no top wick on the previous candle, so you're also expecting that drive back down, right? But this was a strong push up, strong drive up, right? So, and it's not the first time we're back at this area. 1, 2, 3, like this is the 4th time we're coming up here on these highs. More, you know, the more times you bang on a wall, the likelier it is to break with every hit. Would you have taken it if it closed with a big wick? Yeah, I would have, because then I would have played the relationship of these two candles. If the wick came up to, like, you know, to these areas, to like 60 areas from, or like 56 areas, yeah. But don't bank on this going down, right? The candle just opened. This could just, you can come down here for the next 2 hours and still be a bottom wick for this 4-hour candle. And it's not guaranteed that it's going to go down. It's just something to pay attention to, because historically that's what happened here before, right? If it happened there before, why can't it happen now? Right? That's what you're doing here. Study of historical price data, right? Technical analysis. I would not take any buys on gold until you start getting closures, which means you're going to have to pull back, probably re-break the highs, right? So you want the range to be created. And I probably wouldn't trade off a support here, because highly likely it can break. Or likely it can break. The higher probability is if this ends up pulling back for you, bouncing off a support that you've identified, like one of these, and then doing this. This is what you want to see, and you want to see range now on that candle. Now you can start looking for positions. Even more, ideally you want to close above all the wicks to the left. So if you can do that, perfect. Oh, you see, you bounced off that support. No, you didn't. You didn't come down. So, but you need this wick to be created here. You need range to be created, right? And then you want to bounce off a support. And because this candle doesn't have a top wick, the previous one, you want a candle to create it now. Whether it happens on this current candle, on the next candle, right? You want some candle to create that top wick, create the range. And as you start coming back up there, right, you can start filling those ranges. Your entry should be somewhere in these areas once that happens. But you're going to need closures, bullish closures above the most recent with wicks to fill. It's not pretty here on either one of the instruments. Strong level here as well, right? Look at that. See this area? That's where we're at right now. And look what price has done before. This area, that's where we are right now. It came down here before the drive up. And what did it do off this area? Same area. Boom, right here before the drive up. Right, so then you go to the current time here. came up here where we are right now, but it's already bounced. This is interesting. See, it's already bounced off that area that we identified. It held it as support. So yeah, you might see the drive continue. If we already held this area right here that we see across the board that we identified, you're looking for that drive to continue up here. Now you need the current candles to create range. I would wait for 1530 for anything to create the range you want to fill, and then start looking for bottom wicks to take it up. If it closes below that most recent resistance, the example you just gave, close below the most recent resistance, it's a test, it's a retest, refill of that area, which makes the wick entries invalid. Yes, yes, yes. Especially if it's closed right at the most recent. Yes, 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 yes. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. I gotta get that sound. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And the one from Scary Movie where he's talking to the bird, where he's like, Polly want a cracker? Polly want a cracker? Polly's like, Polly wants your mama's sweet ass. That's gonna be a soundbite too. Oh, people at the Zoom door? No, there isn't nobody at the Zoom door. Let's get off spot gold. Let's go back to what the fuck we were doing. And you know, I don't know, but like this was an easier read on spot on futures than on spot gold. Sometimes it's vice versa. I'm just like, candles are candles. Is there an update from YouTube for the shadow ban? Well, I reached out to them and YouTube said we can neither confirm or deny. You know they ass guilty when they say we can neither confirm or deny. Because if it was just simple shit, they'd be like, no, you're good. We can neither confirm or deny the ghost ban. Fuckers. I need you guys to spread the word, but like for some reason the more I win, the less you guys show up. I'm about to go back to being more relatable. Is because of your trading style hard to replicate? Maybe, but I don't know. I try to make this as profitable and as simple as possible. And I try to really go in depth on what I do. Right? It's like this shit isn't supposed to be easy, right? It's up to you how simple or how difficult you want to make this on yourself. But the entire, you know, the concept of trading, this shit isn't supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it and there would be no value in it. But like, is it easier to just, I don't know, trade SMC and lose every day? I don't know. Sells wise, what do we do for sells? Sells, we're going to need a range 2 breakout, aka we need to close below 46. Okay, there's a couple of ways to take sells here. Simplest one, yeah, closures below these areas, probably the simplest way for sells. What can happen though is that if you don't get down there, you might come back up and make a decision at these areas. So what happens, I'm not looking for sells as this is happening, right? But I will look for sells if price starts forming a support, because if it starts forming a support, the only way we drive down is off a resistance, right? It's just logic, right? You form the support, for you to come back down, you have to hit a resistance, right? So if we start bouncing down off a resistance and doing something like this, now I can start locking in on the rest of this range. But we're going to need to drive off a resistance after finding a support, breaking it, creating a range 2 here instead of this whole thing being a range 2, right? And now we have room from here roughly to down here, about 25 pips as an advantage point, and then the rest is hopefully a runner. But we'll see. We'll see. That's the only way for us to take sells. We'd need to come back and make a decision at a resistance area whether we're gonna reject or to break it and continue up. Or if we start re-breaking highs here again, then we will look for candles to leave some range again. This looks so easy. Just take an entry when the candle has no wick, but it's not that easy. Yeah, that's coming into here. Like even me, when I started trading, I was like, that's it. I saw Focus win on the very first trade he took in front of me, and I was like, that's all you did? I'm gonna smash this. 2 years and $150,000 later, you're like, that's all he did. Spam flags of the country you're from. Just ask them where they're from. Where are you from, chat? China. China. Brazil, but living in France. Damn. You traded the Coca-Cola bottles for some milk cartons. You crazy, bro. Netherlands, Jordan. Nice. Romania. You guys got good gymnasts over there. Some really good gymnasts. And Andrew Tate, right? You have good gymnasts and Andrew Tate. Namibia? Is that a real place? It sounds like the shit's next to Narnia. Namibia. That's gotta be Africa. Real country in Africa. Never heard of Namibia? No. Slovakia, Kenya. It's in Africa, close to South Africa. Dope, dope. Wow. Some of you guys would never even associate with each other had it been outside of trading. I love how this brings people together. Did you learn in school all the countries? Like, do we have to memorize every single country? No. Yeah, like trading brings like people from different backgrounds, different religions, different castes of society, right? Different class of people and different age of people. It's like the only place where like a 25-year-old with like millions and like a 60-year-old with like that's worked his whole life, or like a 60-year-old doctor and like a broke 35-year-old with nothing can all discuss the same thing and understand each other. Yeah, we've had doctors here, we've had former cops, we've had rappers, artists, like just, and all different ages, like, right? All discussing something that's so interesting to them. Like, and you, like a 60-year-old and a 20-year-old find common tongue in this. Eritrea? Of course I did. Of course I did. They had a soccer team. Namibia? I don't know. You did those push-ups today before stream started? No. I haven't been in the gym in about 2 weeks. I've had stuff to do. I'm lying. I went to the gym last week, but about a week. It's been like that for the last like month and a half. Like I'd be in the gym maybe 2 days a week, 3 days a week. I'm going today. Gotta go today. I got so much stuff to do. I don't even know. Chat, it's 10:20. I gotta be at the, you just reminded me, guys. I gotta be at the dentist at 11. Wow. I completely forgot. It's not for me. I'm going with my daughter for her. She's finally taking her braces off. Wix 10. Yeah, she's taking her braces off this morning. And then she's getting the little retainer that goes on the inside. So I got to be there at 11. So let's see. I think we're going to be here for another like 10, 15 minutes. And then I got to call it. Yeah, if I see something, I might not even be able to call in the signal channel because I'm going to be at that dentist's office. But if the signal channel wants, I can tell them where I would have been in. I just wouldn't be in because I'd be on the road and it wouldn't be able to send a signal. Call her an Uber? No, what do you mean? No. I'm sending my daughter in an Uber to the dentist. She's already like, remember going to the dentist when you were a kid and you just wished that somebody was there with you? You don't want to be sit there. Like I used to be so scared of the dentist. But we didn't have the same technology back then, right? Not the same painkillers, nothing. You used to get her fucking root canal with no painkillers or something. It'd be wild. You'd have to have 3 nurses hold you down. Oh, shit. So I used to always wish like, oh man, I don't want to be in there by myself. Yeah, it'd be scary as hell. But now they make the shit look like it's a playground. You walk into the dentist office, my daughter's sitting there, she's got the PlayStation controller in her hand, the TV's up on the fucking ceiling, and she's just like, what the fuck? But it's still the dentist, so I'm not gonna leave her alone. People at the Zoom door, a bit late. Well, I'd say we're in a bit of a range.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Yeah. Way ahead of you, Green. Way ahead of you. You gotta practice your timing a bit.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody got time for that? That's true.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. That was a banger when they made it a song. They made that shit into a song. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Wow. I should make a motivating outro. Should we leave the intro as the outro? No. I'll leave the intro as the intro. Keep it as the intro only. Yeah. I'm going to post it today on motivation in parallel. Yeah, I like the intro. You know what I really wanted to do? I might still do it, but I don't know how to get it copyright free. I might reach out to like IMG or like, you know, the label just to. I looked it up. It's around like $500 for the copyright license. And you know that song that plays in the movie Belly, in the beginning, where she's like, "Steady, are you ready?" I think it's by Soul to Soul or something like that. And then that's the part I want. I want, once the intro ends, I want it to go, you know, lighting up a joint, and then it's like, "Steady, are you ready?" And that's gonna be the intro. It's $5, and I think it's only for an annual license, and it's $5 just for that one. So have you ever watched that movie? Yeah, on replay hundreds of times. I sold my soul to the devil, and the price was cheap. And yo, it's cold on this level, but it's twice as deep. That's how the movie starts. It's a really dope movie. So this 30's closing bearish. There's not much doing here in terms of setting up for an entry, well, just yet. So 30's closing here, chat. "30 seconds. Stretch time. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't look like, we're probably going to call it here on this 30. It doesn't look like much is happening, and I got to be at the dentist in half hour.
Yeah, Wix, by the way, I don't know if you saw it in the Zoom chat.
No, I didn't.
Pushank Krishna wrote something about your camera, so I don't know if that's something that might work for you. I have no idea, but he wrote an entire thing, so I don't know if you want to copy.
Yeah. No, I've done this. I've asked ChatGPT as well. It gave me a whole list of things to do, and I just haven't done them. But I've fucked around with it many times, like where I've tried to get the feed.
Okay.
It's not just as simple because it doesn't take into consideration everything, all the programs and the mixers that I have running. So what I have to do is actually put into ChatGPT my exact setup, and then ask it how to work it with my exact setup. So it could walk me through the mixer in OBS, the voice meter banana, the OBS, the voice mod, the Zoom. There's just a lot of things there. The YouTube. But yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of solution. But I've messed around with it for a long time and I wasn't able to find it. Did I need anything other than your email in the DM for the account? Yeah, I need your full name. I got to reply to you. I saw your message. I just didn't respond. I was busy. I need your name, email, and proof that you're subbed on YouTube and follow the IG. Right, so just 2 screenshots and a message with your full name and your full email. Okay. I couldn't do it until today anyway. I was going to do everything today, but I'm going to respond to you today and just send it to me. I don't think you could send it until I respond to you. Yeah, this is coming down. There might be positions, but you got to wait for what I showed you earlier, right? Or either a range 2 breakout, or you need to create the range 2 over here. Okay, look for this, or you're going to find a support and start coming back up to retest the highs. To be honest, you're outside of the high volume time. right? London's close is coming up, and then honestly, it should quiet down. But I don't know. It's the first day of Papa Trump in office, so maybe there will be volume the whole day. Maybe you needed to tap these areas to now drive down for the day. I don't know, but this needs to set up again, right? It's going to take quite a few candles to set up, more than one. And for that reason, I'm out. Chat. We waited a couple of hours for a trade. We got it. We still took our 26 pips, right? So you're still winners for today, and the streak goes on. So if you took that W with me, spam some dubs in the chat. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Thank you. All right, chat. It's time. It's time to say goodbye. We'll go for our 82nd straight win tomorrow morning. Make sure you're here. Let's see if we have news tomorrow.
No, next time we have news is on Thursday, actually. But I'd like to invite the chat to thank you by posting a like and subbing. It's free. That would be awesome. Promote the channel. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Wix.
No worries. So Thursday, Trump's speaking. That's the news that we have. We have a Trump speech at noon. We're tentative, so it might be any time throughout the morning. Interesting. That's the only red folder. Crude oil inventories. Fart box news right here with natural gas storage. Those are yellow and orange. And you know how we treat yellow and orange folders, right?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We have unemployment at 8:30 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, yes, you're right. We
Yeah.
do care about the red folders. So we care about the 8:30 folder, and we care about Trump speaking. I think we'll trade the after effects of the unemployment claims. Last few unemployment claims have been really lousy. Drive one way and then right back into range. Actually, that's been the case for most red folder news lately, but we will see. We will see if things have changed now that Papa T's in office, and he'll be speaking that day. So Thursday should be fun, but tomorrow is hump day, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Damn, week is halfway gone tomorrow. That's crazy. We just started. So bring your A game. Show up with full mental capacity, right? To be able to absorb and learn and understand what we do here. Okay? Chat, drop some likes before you dip. Make sure you go follow my IG and sub to this channel. Go share it. Do whatever you got to do. Share the stream, share the channel, share the reels. But sub, share, follow, do all those good things that help this community grow. All right. Okay, chat. Let's call it here. Zoom gang. See you in the clubhouse side of things. Oh, wait. Hold on. Kenny, Nick, we got to do a little flex. Like the home zone cam. Let's go. Oh boy, let's go. Oh, we can do it again. Yeah. There we go. Everybody flexing. That's right. Get the blood flowing. You get the biceps really pumping. Get the blood flowing. It's like doing a little workout. It's good. It'll help you kickstart the day. Dr. Holmes right there. Hey, I see you. I see. Damn, put the guns away, bro. You're scaring the kids. Beast mode. Beast mode. All right, yeah, Zoom gang. I'll see you on the Clubhouse side of things. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Appreciate you guys, as always. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. And Signal Channel, honestly, take a break. Enjoy your day. It's been a relaxing day. First day of Trump in office. Just enjoy your day. No need to fuck around here with this New York session. Well, I will be in the Signal Channel tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're not part of the Signal Channel, make sure you go join, unlock Wix9's Vault, and join the Signal Channel, right? You get access to the market compass, and you already know what that is. That's this guy, right? I will point you in the right direction. Now, it's up to you to join, and make sure you're trading with us during Asian session. What else? What else? I think that's it, chat. I think that's it for our stream. That's it for today's New York session. And you already know the deal. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Don't overtrade. Don't over leverage. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp. And I want you to show up with your accounts intact. All right? Later. Make sure you're early enough tomorrow for the new intro.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.